Why Liverpool are trying to sign the next Mbappe after missing out on Diomande. In a variant, Diomande and his representative have played for full this summer, using PSG controlled approach as leverage to secure a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain. It's a true one to take. The Ivory Coast winger, 19-year-old, is American is one of the hottest prospects in the world, wrestling all year for Anfield FC and now trying his nation World Cup campaigns. A champion throughout the club stage and now into the last 32. Why not wait? In truth, Liverpool will have had to have shelled out a non-ticket transfer fee for a January coming up the back of their breakout session on the big stage. PSG anticipated possession in their pursuit, and they have now activated their breakout plans. Liverpool ready to offer job for Diomande alternative. It is time for Plan B at Anfield, with Anthony Iraola in charge and looking to guide Liverpool back into the limelight after a testing year under Anfield. It's crucial that he is struggling with the break signing. After all, Mohamed Salah has left on a free transfer, checking out Church goal with him. Diomande was the perfect replacement, but is wrong to be. However, before even check out, he's the chair of plan of action stemming from the PSG portfolio, with Said El Mala and Matthias Fernandes Fato among the options on technical director Hajar Hugues list. But according to report on the continent, Liverpool are now ready to make an approach for PSG friendly Barcola, who may leave this summer. Diomande and Megan Alcott are set to sign for PSG, opening door for Liverpool to pounce on a Czech winger who has been among their top targets for some time now. How much Liverpool will have to storm off for Barcola is open to debate. Figure ran from a 60 million euro, 87 million pounds, with the player heading into the penultimate year of contract in Paris. Arsenal also have a passive interest in the flat-footed forward who, at 23, is now searching for new employer who can offer him a more prominent role. Why Barcola can be perfect Diomande alternative at Liverpool? Barcola prefers the left flank to break down, but he can play all across the front line and it that call almost from a sort of Anthony Semenyo SQ role for Iraola at Liverpool. However, his direct and dangerous approach could actually see him emerge as Liverpool's newest version of Hugo Ekitike, who's finished as sole top scorer in all competitions last year with 17 goals, despite returning his SPO his midway through April. They are not matching profile that Ekitike and Barcola are proved as athletic as they come, offering pace and skill jump to winger or the central danger that most other forward can replicate. Chu Robertson Ted Kyle, in light of another Frenchman departure from Paris. Journalist Robin Freiner described Barcola as the next client Mbappe. There are also some work probably kept, needing to work on their finishing, but as we saw with Liverpool fans struggle last season, Chet Hardy means that he hasn't been a success. Barcola, after all, is one of the best left winger in the world, according to analyst and camera scout Ben Matheson. With the explosiveness of the partner, he doesn't dribble with the unrelenting intensity of someone like Diomande, but that doesn't mean he is an equally dangerous ball carrier when he gets carrying. Think of him as a Luis Diaz SQ progressor rather than someone like YNWA. Whether he would play with concentrating on Liverpool right wing remains to be seen, and while he is more naturally destroyed to our left side flank. Joe reading the show that the break further is more creative and less athletic. When on the right, West goal actually rocked to Liverpool FC service and the leg of Akachike and Alexander Isak at another time. Barcola is one of the best in the business, still improving, and while the fact that PSG outsigning Diomande is frustrating. PSG called full of the splendor of a reading list and quick side for Barcola, a world-class attacker.